Hey, how's everybody doing? I don't know. Can I restart this? Can I restart my day? Button placement of this shirt's a little weird. But I want to wear a shirt that's a little bit supportive of Miss Reed's verdict today. Hopefully she finds peace and is happy and is having a good time and all the other good stuff. So you know how that is. Anyway, how's everybody doing? We are here. We're doing the thing. It is another day of live streaming. Welcome to the streamer's life. Right? Good news. I believe tomorrow. Maybe I should check my messages first before I say that. Let me check my messages. Make sure I can confirm what I'm about to confirm. Dude, y'all have a good day today. It's been cloudy today. 82. Let's see here. And hang on a second. Yes, it is confirmed, but now we're changing a little bit, okay? So tomorrow, Thursday. Tomorrow, what I did was I asked for Broken Baker to give an exclusive interview after covering this trial. Hey, T-Rex, what's up, bud? Liz Barnes, how you doing? Diane, who told you? Oh, damn, what was I going to say to you right before this started? I'll remember, or I'll make something else up. So just hold tight. Anyway, we are celebrating this. It's a big time, but it's a big case. Okay, so I watched the verdict come through. Oh, and I watched it away from my wife because I knew that she had gotten to the point where she was emotionally attached to this. And I don't want you guys to ever get emotionally attached. But I asked Broken Baker if he'll hang on a second, I'm replying right now. If he'll let me do an interview with him, because I was like, you're the baker of iron buns, you know? I mean, you sat for thousands of hours probably doing Karen Reed content. Now think about that. Thousands of hours. Well, we'll say 1,000 hours. Because that is, I mean, he did 2 trials. Right. So like a work years, 8 hours a day for 5 days a week for 2000. No, it's not. So I just converted everything to billable hours. You guys have had me doing this law stuff for too long. Anyway, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for 50 weeks. It's 2,000 hours. But he's been doing it. Not only has he done all day streams, but he's been doing other stuff. He's been doing other panels. He's been doing videos. He's been doing a countless amount of stuff. And he doesn't take a day off. And he's been doing this for over a year. So July 1st was when she got the mistrial last year. And he was covering before then. So, I mean, at least here, he's got at least 1,000 hours of ass time on that chair. Think about that. Hey, Harley Quinn, what's going on? Broken Hearted, how are you doing? Younger, what's up? It's becoming a little party here. So he's agreed to it, but he's also said, hey, let's get some. He wants to turn into a panel. I'm like, all right, well, that'd be cool. But I need to reply real quick to him and say, who is all right. Oh yeah, Bridgie Churchwell. Yeah. I haven't talked to her in a long time. I don't think she's allowed to talk to me anymore. She got married. Hey, Margaret, how are you doing? Followed Karen's case from day one after his first trial. So glad it's over now for her. Margaret, we're going to celebrate tonight. But don't worry. Expert here can snap victory right out of the chart. Wait, hold on. How do you do that? Out of the jaws of victory, I can snatch defeat. I don't know. I'm going to be a doggy downer a little bit, okay? Because it's something we forgot about. So those of you that don't know, John O'Keefe's family has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Karen. That's coming up. So they filed against Karen and the 2 bars they went to that night. They didn't file against the people where his body was found excommunicate. That seems suspect to me. Very, very suspect. I'd have a hard time. Love from Ireland. That's so cool, Margaret. I love it. I love people from Ireland. I hope that you're subscribed because we're going to have Broken Baker on talking about this maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's my goal. Tomorrow afternoon. I need to get a hold of, he wants me to get a hold of Britt. I don't remember Britt's name. I remember giving Britt a hard time. She was on his stream. And then I think he's messing with me. Who is Slut the Goose? Slut the Goose? I mean, I know a guy named Goose. Anyway, Alberts are mentioned in the are the Alberts? No, I don't know. I just found this out like a moment ago. Just a moment ago. That I was like, oh, duh, why didn't I think about it? So yeah, there we go. But okay, so what happened? Let's see what the media says. That's one of the things I wanted to do because I've watched it, right? Oh, they call it something different, Massachusetts. They call it OUI. Huh. Oh, this is gonna be a really good one. You know what? I'm just gonna read this whole article. We're gonna go live with this article, okay? Because I wanted to just find some things, be able to quote and stuff, but this is pretty good. Now that I look at it, it's NBC Boston. Diane, are you familiar with that? Oh, by the way, I saw Turtle Boy was out front having a good time doing his thing, doing the turtle thing, doing a turtle dance. Let's see here. So Karen had been charged with second-degree murder. Can I draw on this? Ooh, let me see if I can draw on this. I turn the volume up. I can't draw. I really need to get my stuff together. All right. Karen has been charged. She was charged for second-degree murder. And while operating a vehicle under the influence. So that is what they call it in Massachusetts. We call it DUIs, driving under the influence. But operating a vehicle sounds like it's a broader term, means like you have control over it, right? And it's 75 in Boston right now. It's gonna be 68. Sounds 90 tomorrow. Whew. Look at that. I didn't know Boston got that hot. She was accused of striking John O'Keefe, her boyfriend, and leaving him and leaving him to die alone. I love this. They had to add alone. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. When everybody dies, they die alone. Doesn't matter that people are there in the room with you or in the car with you or the plane with you. You die alone. You gotta go meet your maker. Let's see, where did I go with that? I just lost it. There it is. Her defense team argued that she was framed. Yeah. The jury on Wednesday found her guilty of a lesser form charge, not guilty of murder, manslaughter, blah, 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 blah. All right. Verdict was reached in a second trial. On Wednesday, the jury finding her not guilty of 2 of the 3 charges in the death of her boyfriend, John O'Keefe. Now, let's go down here and see what this is updates to the trial. Oh, here's one. see if I play that. I bet you I'm gonna get in trouble.
Mr. Foreman, live here on NBC 10.
There she is outside. Look, we're gonna turn that off. So here she is coming out of the courtroom. You guys haven't seen this. There's Karen. She comes outside. She's like, "Hey, I'm Karen Reed." Whoops. Hold on. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Do I have volume back?
Without these amazing supporters who have supported me and my team financially and, more importantly, emotionally for almost 4 years. And the second thing I want to say is no one
this
has
guy on the side here
justice for John O'Keefe than I have, and my team. Thank you.
All right, so she has fought harder for justice for John O'Keefe. I hate the term justice thing, whatever. But here's one of the things. Did you guys notice how those microphones were set up? They were not set up to make her look pretty. She had to bend over. She looked like she was like hunched in there and stuff. It wasn't a good look. Let's see here. But I did want to see her come outside and talk. So I'm glad we got that. Let's see what else. Is there anything else? There she is. She's blowing kisses. Hey, Karen. There you go. Kisses back to Karen. Okay. Go eat a taco. Now, legal analysis. This is what I want to get to here. See what they say. The NBC legal analysis. Hey, Danny Bogart, how you doing? Oh, that's her dad. That's her dad. Oh, that's cool. The hand sign is I love you. Oh, I thought it was. I thought this is I love you. Sorry. Hey, D1, how you doing? That's right. Last time I saw you was in Clumsies. Hey, the Shank. Brennan for Commonwealth cost Massachusetts so much, and this witness were a joke. One dressed up identical to John and tried to reconstruct the tail light and paint his arm blue. Oh, that I was hearing about. Hey, Freckles, what's going on? Tinkerloo, how are you doing? Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. Wasn't it, Tinkerloo? And that's the shocker. Oh, I thought that was all right. Anyway, but yeah, you know what? That's what says something right there. I don't know what it says, but it says it. Hey, Baltimore, what's up? Now go and arrest the real unaliver. Ooh. Well, I don't think that dog's alive anymore. I saw that somewhere where they said they were blaming the dog. All right, hang on. Let's go through this. The legal analysis says here. The NBC 10 Boston Chief Legal Analysis, Michael Coney, C-O-Y-N-E, Coney, discussed what he thought tipped the scales largely in favor of the defense in Wednesday's verdict. Coney said he thought the Reed defense team did a great job of creating the reasonable doubt necessary for acquittals. See, that just feels like fail to me. Like it's the state that has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. The defense doesn't have to create reasonable doubt. That's the complete upside down of how our legal system was based. For acquittals, noting they strayed away from the broad-based conspiracy they tried last time. See, I didn't watch the trials, so last time or really this time. So I don't know what the broad-based conspiracy he's talking about. On top of that, he said he felt the state failed to get rid of the doubt in the case through their witness testimony. Okay, so this right here, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this right now. The state failed, period. But to get rid of doubt in the case through their witness testimony, that's not what their problem was. Their problem was it took them 30 days. It is not, if you are guilty, nothing about the reasonable, prudent person, right? Y'all, you all in the chat. Aren't you going to think that if somebody's guilty, there's what's the, how do you say it? There's a smoking gun somewhere, right? It's like, oh, that guy did it. How do you know he did it? His gun still has smoke coming out of the end of the barrel. The person that's unalived was unalived with a gun. Hey, Sweetfly, how you doing? I mean, just add all these things up. Wise Angel, what's up? I've not watched either trial. Yeah, it's I get my notices from Baker and from listening to y'all in the chat and from my wife. And then I'm a broadcast professional. I'm obviously can do this. I can talk about anything. And with using my experience and my education to guide my words down the correct path that I'm always sure of, with no snakes. We don't like snakes. Anyway, the state should not have a hard time proving their point. They should not have a hard time saying, hey, they did it. Look, we know they did it. Here it is. Boom, boom, boom. Instead, I felt like I've never seen a state. It was to the point where it was ridiculous. The state was making a circus out of the legal system. They had so many witnesses and theories and experts. You should really, I mean, honestly, do you really need an expert to prove somebody's guilt? Think about that. I don't think you need an expert to prove guilt. It's a weird situation. This whole thing is. But all right, I digress. Karen Reed's brother Nathan speaks with the media after his sister's verdict. Nathan Reed, who has been an outspoken supporter of his sister, well, that's good, spoke to a news media outside the favorable verdict. What the jury just did, so honest, took their time. They looked at all the facts. They looked at all the evidence, and they made the right decision. The verdict comes down, and you hear a crowd out here erupt and go nuts. And it was like Mick Jagger just walked out on stage, he added. That's awesome. I've never seen Mick Jagger. I'd love to, though. Special prosecutors' pay in second Karen Reed trial could surpass $500,000. Wow, they brought in special prosecutors? The verdict in the second trial will likely go down as the most expensive drunk driving conviction in the history of the Commonwealth. I heard Brogan Baker say that first. Yeah, Baker said it probably costs like $3 to $5 million. I was like, try 30 to 50 million before this is over. But who's Brennan? When Brennan was hired, NBC Boston reported that he could collect a rate of $250 per hour to prosecute the case. $250 is cheap. Streets in downtown Dedham have reopened as crowds continue to disperse outside the Norfolk Superior Court. Just a couple hours ago, hang on a second, I got to turn off notifications. Just a couple hours ago, there were massive crowds in support of Reed and the street closures as verdict was read aloud in court. So, we'll get more analysis tonight from them. Good for them. Anyway, here's something I want to talk to you guys about. Hey, Squid, what's happening? Oh, he was Whitey Bulger's lawyer. He ought to be able to make more than $250 an hour, right? Oh, they got $1 million. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Silver Fox, how you doing? Hey, Miami Spice, what's up, babe? Cellulite, my man, how you doing, brother? What's going on, man? What is happening with you? Oh, man. I'm feeling better now, and you got me, you come in here, man, it makes me think, man. We're gonna have, this is gonna be the summer of love, man. We're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna have, it's gonna be great. We gotta get together. I need to do more time streaming. I want to do that 30-minute stream. Shizzy was talking about mastering the other day. Do like 3 or 4 30-minute streams a day. That'd be awesome. But anyway, no, man, we gotta have a good time, brother. I'm so glad you're here. Cellulite Podcast, man. That's my dude. I really like him a lot. So if you guys don't know him, go over and give him a shout. Give him some love on his channel, man. Definitely give him some love. Somebody throws up a link, man. I appreciate that too. So what happened was after this was over, she got convicted of operating under the influence. It's the damnest thing I've ever seen in my life. I didn't get a job one time for what I'm getting ready to tell you guys. I said at an interview, later found out that the woman was vehemently anti-drinking. I said the DUI law was one of the most fascinating courses of study because every time there's a DUI, it's a constitutional question. And I think that's very fascinating because I like constitutional law. That's another problem with me. Like constitutional lawyers, you know how much money they make? None. I mean, there's a handful of constitutional lawyers in the world. So, but yet technically every lawyer is a constitutional lawyer. So go figure. Anyway, yeah, man, get back to work, brother. Man, I can't wait. We gotta hang out. It's gonna be awesome. Hey, Muppet Outdoors, what's up? I mean, this is my job. I want to know what else to do. I mean, go work at radio station, maybe. That'd be cool. I'm not gonna dig a ditch, that's for sure, man. You imagine me? I'm gonna be like, this is dumb. Why don't we get a ditch witch out here? I'm a ditch dude. I'm gonna ditch it, dude. Anyway, so DUI, or as in Massachusetts OUI, it was absolutely fascinating to see that verdict come in. And I thought to myself, very first thing I thought to myself was, I've never seen or heard of somebody be convicted. Even, hey, Squad Bob, what's up? Even though it can happen, it very well can happen. Hang on a second. I'm trying to sub that stream with Baker. All right, sorry. He's trying to get me to get a hold of that Brit girl. Brit Happens or something. I don't know. I can't remember her name. Yeah, I look like a guy that remembers all these names. No. But DUI law. So this is a fascinating thing. So when have you ever seen somebody get pulled over, or no, excuse me, not pulled over, get convicted of a DUI without being pulled over, without having any investigation, with just having their statements used against them? Their statements were used against them in court, and it's like evidently like she had a blood test, like at the hospital, like at 5:30 or something like that. Where's the chain of evidence? When was she operating a vehicle? Did you see her? Did the state see her operate a vehicle, or did she say she operated a vehicle? Where are the witnesses to establish the fact that she had control of the vehicle? Some cars drive themselves. Oh, her car doesn't do that? Well, I don't know that, because maybe, I mean, I don't know what cars. I can't name all the cars that do drive themselves. I saw a Amazon delivery van today, and I thought to myself, I think those things are cool. They're all electric. They're very quiet. I like the way their headlights look. I don't know who makes them. Do y'all know who makes them? I don't know who makes the Amazon delivery van. It's not a Chevy or a Ford or a Dodge. You see a lot of Dodge, a lot of Mercedes Sprinters. Who makes them? I have no idea. So, anyway, hey Haley Mouse, how you doing? So I mean, these are things that these are guaranteed rights. At least I think they are still. I mean, who knows what Massachusetts is? Because again, Massachusetts is a commonwealth. They do things a little bit differently. But I mean, these are constitutionally guaranteed rights. It's like you have a right to face your accuser. Well, who's accusing you of a DUI? Who accused Karen Reed of a DUI? Oh, the state did. Okay, well, where's the state's evidence on it? Is any of that practical? Does any of that seem legit? Let me ask you guys this. Hey, Weird Debbie, how you doing? Great seeing you again. Yeah, maybe she took an Uber. That's right. Younger. I mean, how about this? Maybe somebody, you know what? Maybe she got a booty call. And her booty caller drove her car. I don't know. Don't know the facts. So, have any of you, and don't admit this, do not say yes. Okay. This is a hypothetical question. Have any of you ever had 2 drinks with dinner and then operate a vehicle? I bet maybe somebody has. Maybe you're under the influence. I know Florida has a thing. A guy got a DUI in Florida, and he had been in a bar, and the cops watched him come out of a bar and proceed to go to his car, lay down in the back seat, and go to sleep because he's like, I've had too much to drink. He got a DUI because he had control of his vehicle. He had the keys on him, or the keys were the ignition. It was one of those like little facts things. Now, Tennessee, police aren't allowed to watch you come out of a bar and assume that you've been drinking. There's a little quarterback for the Tennessee Titans named Steve McNair. You guys ever heard of him? That happened to him. It's a famous case. Air McNair versus Metropolitan Nashville DUI. Maybe I should look that one up. That might be a good case to read. But anyway, also in Tennessee, we have open containers. You're allowed to drink. Your passengers in your vehicle are allowed to drink. You know why we have open containers? Because people like to drink on the way to the University of Tennessee football games tailgate. True story. It's in the legislature. It's legislative notes every year. Every year, somebody, some goody two shoes, right? Someone's up there and ban open containers. It's like, well, the drivers just drive. This is what they say. I kid you not. I knew a state senator. He wasn't in Tennessee, and he's from like up north somewhere, but he moved here. I don't make him a Tennessean. And this was his argument, was that the driver can be drinking a beer and just pass it over to the passenger. And I sat there and said, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, because you know what? You have to have probable cause before you pull somebody over for drinking and driving. Where was the probable cause in Karen Reed's DUI conviction? I think that conviction is the most unconstitutional conviction ever, and I'll be appealed. I think if you can get convicted for that, I think that there needs to be there's a scrutiny there that needs to be a superior court, or maybe the Supreme Court, whatever the hell their system is in Massachusetts, needs to look at their law with a bigger magnifying glass and think to themselves, is it right for you to be convicted of something that you were not seen doing? I mean, and there's no evidence except for circumstantial. She showed up to the hospital, she had a blood test, and she was drunk in the blood test. Just today, Elon Musk released the results of his urine analysis. Hey, Valhalla, what's up, brother? What happened to expert, not Baker? What happened? Val's a carpetbagger with his northern background. Yes. You should hear what we say about you. But that's okay. We tend to we like, hey, you Brits are pretty cool after all. I mean, yeah, we had to save you in 2 world wars. Oh, wait a second. You're from a different country. What did you guys do in the Second World War? Or the First World War? Whatever world war you were in? Different country. I don't know. I'm just kidding because it's a joke that Baker's German. He's not German. I am. Notice the Teutonic bone structure. Perfectly shaped nose, even though I may have a little Hebrew in me. Anyway. There's one part about me that's Hebrew. Do you know what pork rinds are made of? Anyway, that is Karen Reed. I think the DUI is because it's a multiplier effect with her. Karen Reed is evergreen content. If I were a Karen Reed person, I had that audience. This what hey Joe, how you doing? I'm missing a bunch of people. I may be missing a bunch of people. I want to make sure I say hi to everybody. Sorry. Grandkid Taxi, how you doing? Betsy Weingartner. I think I said hi to you. Or was that a different chat? Used to be younger. Diva, Squaba, Hala, Baker. Yeah, okay. I think I got those. All those people are drinking and driving that night. They're also Friday. Did you see those pictures? Hey, Edward Schwenk, how are you doing? Well, yeah. I mean, if you remove the thing she was convicted of, everything else she was not guilty. You were on the stream I watched. Hey, Joe Max, how you doing? I love that. It's been a while since I've seen that smiley face. I love that smiley face. Starson, how you doing? How is Canada? Yes, Karen Reed is over the yay for her. She is partying tonight. They're gonna eat pizza. They're gonna have a Massachusetts crab boil. I think that's what they do in Massachusetts. And eat lobster. Or is that Maryland? They eat lobster, and Maine they do crab. I don't know. I don't eat that stuff. I'm not eating anything that comes out of water, man. Whales poop in it. All right. So what do you guys want to talk about Karen Reed next? Let Broken Baker know. I am very I do want to do a serious interview with him. He has covered this. He has done so much content on Karen Reed. I do not have a personal relationship with anybody who has done the amount of content on a single topic like he has. I mean, if you think about like some of the bigger people, like I know the Umbrella guy did what's her name? Well, we'll just call it Johnny Depp. What's her name? Amber Heard. He covered Amber Heard like crazy. Even after the trial was over, it's been another year. It was just Amber Heard. And Dan Davis, how you doing? Hope you're doing better, Dan. Maybe if everybody stopped praying for you. I'm sorry. No, don't do that. Don't do that. We've just been Dan Davis has been without power since was it Hurricane Helene or something like that? 300 days. Two weeks. Dan Davis might get power in 2 weeks. Dan, let me know. We are going to have a party. I don't know how we're going to have a party, but we're going to party, man. Holy cow. 3 years of Karen Reed. Yeah, Karen Reed wore your ass out, didn't she? Hey, have you I think Brian Baker is supposed to have somebody told me this earlier that he was gonna be interviewing Karen at some point. We'll let you know. If I find out, I'll let you know. If you guys find out, you let me know. Anyway, let's see here. Star still sound like a Muppet with emphysema. Oh, Squid does, or I do. I probably do, Squid. Younger says that it's bad that Commonwealth doesn't have to pay her legal fees, at least a partial part. Um, it's well, she could have had that, but she wanted better representation. So she did not want the public defender. Here's the thing. Younger, you know what? If Massachusetts is like how Tennessee is, you elect the prosecutor. The people elect the prosecutor. Tennessee, you elect the public defender. So we're unique in that aspect. But the prosecutor, because that's the power of the government coming after you. If you don't think that voting, who here promises after Karen Reed, who here promises that they're going to find out when their state attorney or district attorney or whatever you call it in your locale, who here promises they're going to find out when they're up for election? And be sure and mark that on your calendar so you can go and vote and make sure they know that you voted. And that is what matters, because if you're not accountable to the people, being accountable to people is what's supposed to stop what we saw here, and it didn't. It was an exploitation of the legal system. And thank God that we still respect the opinion of 7 women and 5 men. But there's no way in America that any prosecutor should have to take a month to prosecute you on a freaking DUI. So remember, what's next for Karen? She has a civil case. She has sentencing. Now, that was a smart thing. After the trial was over, said, you want to go ahead and do sentencing? I think they did that, right? Is that correct? It's all been sentenced out. So she got, here's the thing. It was Karen's defense attorneys who said, yeah, we want to do that right now. But see, they're not paid to do that. Their payment ends with this trial. So sentencing is something different. But they stood up and they said, yes, we want to do it right now. Now, why do I think that's smart? I think that's smart because that is that's a tactic. That was a courtroom tactic, because the eyes of all of America and of sweet, sweet baby Jesus were all down that courtroom, and they all shifted over there again and said, oh, yeah, what are you going to recommend her sentence be? And then Bev said, oh, the usual, right? But I bet if you go look at Massachusetts statutes, for first-time DUI, it may not be probation. I think in Tennessee, it's mandatory 24 hours in jail. 48 hours in jail. It's a 1-year loss of license. They may have upped it. So some of these are mandatory sentences. You have to go to jail for. Hey, Gions, how you doing? Paul Fitzhenry, how you doing? You have to go to jail for putting the devil's water up to your lips. Pretty crazy, huh? But they pointed out that Proctor is going to be on 2020. Whoa, wait a second. Time out. Hold on. Pump the brakes here. Beth, how you doing? Beth says Proctor is going to be on ABC 2020 night. Time out. 2020 still on TV? Holy cow. I think Expert was in diapers the last time we heard about that show. Holy cow. Was that I don't even know. It's still on TV. That's congratulations, 2020. Who knew? Congratulations on them. Do they still have 60 Minutes? Is that still a thing? I mean, I'm not making fun of this. I don't watch network TV. I don't have it. I have strudel noodles. What is that? Streaming. I have streaming. First 2 DUI are misdemeanor sentencing, 1-year probation, 16-hour class, and maybe a fine in Massachusetts. First 2 DUIs? They know you're going to get one, don't they? Holy cow. Anyway. You want to be it won't be Barbara Walters. Yeah. I think Barbara Walters passed on. Did you know Barbara Walters had a illicit affair with a black senator? I think that's the whole why it was like a crazy thing. Like nobody knew about it, right? It was in the 70s. Like, oh my gosh, it is so scandalous. If you read that story, you're sitting there going, well, you're just like you had that affair because you just wanted to, because he was like the first black senator or something like that. It seems so racist to me when I read it. I was like, this is about sex, power, and racism. Gross, Barbara Wawa. Anyway. Oh, she did have a good hairdo though. All right. So there's a second part of this, and I gotta pull it up. Hang on a second here. So Karen Reed, we're okay on that. We're gonna be talking about Baker, how he makes. We're gonna say, hey, Broken Baker, what's the recipe for your iron buns? Get it? Because he's a baker. He's all baker from strudel to buns. All right, let's see here. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Discord. So I got this today. See, I have to pull up Discord over here. See what happens when I do that. But I can't. It's not plugged in over here. All right, let's see here. So because I need. Let's see if I can do this. All right, hang on. I gotta figure out what I'm doing first. So I can. So I'm gonna share one picture so we can kind of go along with this. Right. All right. So what we got here is an order today. This is in the Hale thing. Remember what I read yesterday? So I read the lady was trying to get out of. She didn't even say what she wanted to do. She just said what everybody else was doing and how wrong it was that they got sued, and therefore she needs to be out of the lawsuit too. It is a very well creative written piece of literature, but anyway. On this one is the United States District Court for the Northern District of Florida, Gainesville Division, in order. This comes from the court. Presently before the court is defendant Lee's pro se motion for permission to file electronically using the CM ECF, that's electronic file, whatever. Anyway, the document 72 is what I read yesterday. The local rules. Remember how she kept talking about the local rules, this and Jeremy's just out there doing this for content, and that's bad mojo against the local. Hey, see you, Broken Baker. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations, man. Good night, Margaret. Please make sure everybody, you make sure you're subscribed, turn on notifications, come back. We got so much stuff. The local rules require documents submitted to for filing by pro se parties to be filed in paper format. See Northern District of Florida, local rules 5.4a. See also administrative order on electronic case filing at 3. Northern District of Florida, November 28, 2003. Pro se litigants who are not attorneys must file all documents with the court in paper form. And there it is. There's a link to it on their site. Because defendant Lee is a pro se party, the local rules requires to submit all filings in paper form. There's no reason to depart from the requirement set forth in the local rules in this case. Accordingly, Lee's motion for permission to file. Now, hang on, give me a second. I gotta find the other one. It's not in order. What I got was there's. Oh, yeah, here you go. Awesome. Permission to file case electronically using CMECF, Document number 72, is denied. Dun, dun, dun. So, what does that mean? Oh, look at this. We got a little footnote here. In the motion, defendant Lee states that she resides an hour away from the courthouse. Okay, well, I mean, I live an hour away from 20 minutes down the road, depending on traffic. Resides an hour from the courthouse and does not have a vehicle for traveling to file documents. Not the court's problem. There's a lot of people that file in court that don't have vehicles. The court notes, however, that pro se litigants, including prisoners, they do. I've had to, oh my gosh. We had a client that was being sued by a prisoner. It was very frustrating. He was upset that his jail cell wasn't cleaned by maid service. The court notes, however, that pro se litigants, including prisoners, frequently litigate cases in this court without filing electronically. Such litigants typically submit their filings through the mail, the United States Postal Service, or a private courier service. I'm assuming you could send an Uber. And that option is available to defendant Lee as well. We're not denying you from using the postage stamps. Okay. No, you can use postage stamps. That's what the court says. You're allowed to use postage stamps. You're allowed to call somebody up and have them bring the file. But you have to do it with paper. Now, why do you have to do it with paper? Well, there's a lot of different reasons, probably a lot more technical than what I'm going to tell you guys, but I'm assuming it's probably to pump the brakes on frivolous lawsuits. You have to allow access to the courts. But the court does not have to bend over backwards to allow you access into the courts. It's a give and take. Oh, you leaving? Where are you going? Where are you going? I want to go. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. Where you going with that Nerf in your hand? Cindy says, I'm catching up at 2x speed. Hope I don't get too hot and flame out. Hey, Cindy, let me tell you what. If you can handle it twice so fast, that girl's built for speed. Some are built for speed, some are built for fun. Some people find speed to be fun. I like cigarette boats. They go so fast on the water. Cigarette motor boats. They go so fast on the water. All right, what are we talking about now? Let's see. I think there's more stuff too you got sent to me. No, that's I just read that. And I don't know. I don't like the way that's formatted. I'm not gonna read because I don't like the way it's formatted. That's funny. Um, I need it as a different file. Crap, I don't have it. All right, so now we've got Cook is trying to get out some stuff. So let's go. And I think he's probably been manipulated. But we'll see what's happening. Okay. It's gonna take a while because I didn't download this right. Sorry. So this is defendant John Cook is in response to an opposition to defendant's motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim under Rule 1206. Response in opposition to defendant's motion. So wait a second. He's in opposition of people that are being sued with him. No, I know the easy thing is to think like, oh, you're all team because you're together, but you're not. You're not a team. You're individual. I mean, you still have to represent yourself individually in the case. Hmm. I don't know. Let's see how this reads. Here's filed a motion to dismiss court count 9 of the amended complaint, which alleges civil conspiracy for failure to state a claim. Under the amended complaint alleges that Cook participated in a conspiracy to harm the plaintiffs and that Cook enlisted other co-defendants to join the conspiracy. Cook argues that the allegations in the amended complaint are conclusory and lack factual support to establish an agreement or concerted action. This is a pro se litigant. Okay. I mean, the court may have rewritten this for him. That's fine. The court will rewrite stuff for you, so it sounds good. Let's see here. What was the oh crap? I did that wrong. Oh, there goes Blue Dog. All right. The amended complaint fails to allege any underlying facts to support the existence of an agreement or overt act of furtherance of the conspiracy. Memorandum in support, no, in opposition to defendant Cook's motion. Oh, is this? Hold on, who filed this? Oh, this is not by him. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Sorry, guys. Hang on a second. This is written by Randy. Okay, I should have known that. Oh, whoops. Hang on here. Hang on. Let's see here. Try to keep this not confusing y'all anymore. Okay, so that's not what I thought I was reading, though. Okay, I misread that. I did that whole thing wrong. I thought this was John Cook's motion to further state a claim. I apologize. I read it wrong. My bad. Don't worry about it. But Ms. Lee's stuff still has to be filed with paper. Guys, that's what I got for you right now. That's it. You guys want to play something later on? Let me know. I said play something. I am still battling a excruciating headache. I woke up today, made my appointment, Got back home. Didn't feel good. I laid down. Went to sleep. Came back. I was going to sleep. I woke up. And I was like, woke up with a headache. And I have a headache right now. Hey, Joe Woolman, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, that's right. Boss want to try. I can't read. Oh, and also Shane there. I'm like, hey, Freckles, what's up? I haven't forgot about you. But anyway, Shane and I were looking at Monday. We're going to be getting a whoops, I shut my light. A little light will shine. Was that Cream that wrote The Sunshine of My Love? Monday is we're looking to do a paranormal stream with Shane, and we'll see who else we can get on there. I haven't contacted Lost Souls yet. I need to. She was doing Brian Keyhofer or whatever his name is, Copenhagen, whatever his stuff today. But I'm still suffering from a huge headache. I knew today was gonna be hard. I want to touch in, lose my mind. I love you guys. Okay, I'm gonna try to get something to eat. We'll be talking later. Maybe I kind of owe it to you. You guys are new members and stuff. Look for me around. I'll be I don't know what that is. Am I? What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's not Friday, is it? Oh, jeez. I gotta give Friday Night Lights. Jeez. Oh, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow. Oh, crap. I gotta go. Oh, yeah, that's it. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. Yeah. Woo. Yay. So I'm gonna go to the doctor, see if I can get a clean bill of health. And we will see what. Oh, what's this? Well, send me a message. Let me know who that is. What's happening and all that other stuff. Oh wait, I'm not gonna watch a trial though. I like doing all the paperwork. I like that part. I don't like the trials. I'm not sitting there. Here's why I don't like trials. I mean, I'm not trying to put you down. I'm not trying to put it down or anything else. I don't think that. I don't like trials because the opening argument, the closing argument, those are the only things to watch. The rest of the time, everything's already figured out before the trial starts. You're just trying to impress the jury. Expert witnesses are the worst because, here's the thing. I think expert witness thing's gone out of hand. That's one of the reasons why I chose this name. I was like, everybody's an expert now. They have no expertise on what they're doing in court. I was like, anybody can be an expert. Just say you're an expert in something. And instead, they always want to go in there and say, are you being paid by the other side? Where did you get your education? I'll ask all these questions. Well, they should be asking. They should go up there and say, okay, now do what you just did for that side and make an argument for my side. Because clearly, part of having an argument for one side is also looking at the argument for the other side. And then you come to the conclusion that the other side doesn't have a good argument. So what is your argument for my side? Why is my client, let's say here, like you start thinking about it, you're like, oh yeah, my client got to here, and here. What part did they do so wrong? Just look at both sides and tell me what you come to. Man, they wouldn't know what to say. They wouldn't know what to do on stand. I would get objected and thrown. I would get held in contempt again. That's why I'm not going back into a courtroom. Love you guys. Be good. Drive fast, turn left, raise Hale, praise Dale. Nobody got time for that.
I woke up to go get me a cold pop. And then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a